Good evening. It is Sia with Black Petal Gardening here again. If you have watched our previous video about the beige green stock, the beige colored green stock, this is being filmed that same evening. And what we're going to do is we're going to just look at our green stock, tier for tier, kind of go over what we're seeing, what issues we've had so far, what things seem to be going well, and stuff like that. So first and foremost, we cannot overlook the lushness of this lettuce. My goodness. It is beautiful. Now, one thing I do need to be concerned about is how much of it we have because though today is obviously much cooler with the rain that we had, which is a very light rain, it has been fairly warm, so I want to be careful that this doesn't bolt and that the leaves don't get bitter and thus not really suitable for eating. Very, very lush. Very happy with how things have gone. You can see here we've done a cut and come again method. So we have already harvested some stuff from this particular one. I'm trying to think. I think we've harvested from this one too. So we have two more that we need to do a first harvest on. This one we actually haven't harvested yet, though it's smaller. It was just slower to grow. So, there's a lot to be said for succession planting, which we did not do, not intentionally, but that would be something to think about. Putting in, a tier of lettuce, then maybe 2 to 3 weeks later, sowing another tier of lettuce so that you have a nice cadence of leafy lettuce coming in. Now, I will say this particular green stock, if you've watched one of our previous videos about, putting this one together, we did have a fair amount of different items that we were attempting to start from seed. We had a terrible time with germination. And I'm going to bet that it was because we were having such unusually hot weather. The seeds just were not staying as moist as they needed to be for that germination to work appropriately. So in the end, we did end up pulling a fair amount. Well, we didn't really pull anything out because nothing actually germinated, but transforming what we used those pockets for and purchased a lot of starts. So going on to this next level, we've got our patio tomato, which is coming along nice. It is very strong looking, looks quite nice. Now, for this one, I do have a little bit of a concern. I'm wondering if I'm going to need to put one of these bracing things up on this top level to give it additional support, or if because it is a smaller tomato, if the nature of it won't require quite as much support as another tomato type would. We'll have to see about that. We've got some peppers in here, which we're starting to see a little bit of flowers and other growth. This one's even got a little nub in. This one's the spicy bell pepper. Look at that, we've got another ladybug. So cute and very helpful for keeping our stuff in good condition. Though, I don't know, looking at this leaf, this looks like, it looks a little crinkly in a weird way. Got our Walla Walla onions. And then moving back down here, we did a lot of peppers. Once we decided we have a ton of pockets that we need to fill again, peppers ended up being a go-to for that process. Here we've got, I think this is an Anaheim chili. It sure is. So got some fruit coming on there, so that's exciting to see. Got a sweet pepper mini bells. Something's been chewing on this a little bit though. That's concerning. Got some basil. And what's going on with this one? Oh, this is our purple bell. So that'll be fun to see if it actually develops or not. I have had very bad luck with bell peppers in the past. I've mostly attempted to grow them in our old raised beds. I don't know what has contributed to the difficulty that I've had, but suffice to say, it's fairly annoying. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, here's one of my favorite things that I purchased as a replacement. Look at these flowers. They almost remind me of something that's been embroidered. So pretty. I'm so glad that they took and they're growing. That was one of the things that I did want to make sure I pursued a little bit more than I had in the past, and that was more flowers in the Greenstalk, both to add just a punch of color, something else to bring a smile to my face, because of course seeing things growing healthy and bringing fruits and vegetables to our table definitely makes me smile. But there's also that joy in seeing and smelling and enjoying lovely things, and flowers help provide that. Now down here we've got a dwarf marjoram. I ended up seeing this at one of the nurseries that we went to, and I was very excited because my other marjoram is iffy on how it's doing. Then we've got this sweet heat pepper, which we've got some flowers. We've got a little nub there, so that's nice to see. Our yerba buena is coming in very nicely still. Let me grab one of these leaves. Oh, I think it's a type of mint. It smells, it doesn't have a typical minty smell to me. Honestly, I mean, there is a tinge of mintness to it. And sorry, I'm just sitting here like smelling off and on here trying to, I don't know that I have anything that I can compare it to, really. But it does have a lovely scent. So Scott had said he might make tea out of that. I'll be looking forward to seeing his endeavors on that point. I will just enjoy the lovely smell. And then here we've got some very pretty petunias. These are called Night Sky for obvious reasons. Oh, lovely. So glad that those are doing well. Okay. And then we've got our Swiss chard. I pulled off the leaves that were looking kind of horrible. Newer ones seem to be doing okay, but not entirely understanding or knowing, what went wrong in the first place means I'm not super sure if that was a fluke or not. But what I did was I did purchase some diatomaceous earth. Is that what it was? No, nematode things that you mix with water and you pour in. So my plan is going to be to use those in our first raised bed because our beets were having similar leaf issues, and leaf miners is kind of my guess as to what was causing the problem, and those nematodes apparently can help with those. So I'm going to use that in there, and I think I might do individual pocket I don't know, watering with those two, because my concern about putting it just in the top is how much of that will end up making its way all the way through and then venting out, and I don't want to waste anything. So that's the thought there. Now, we did have one French breakfast radish in this pocket. It had grown. I decided to pull it. It was, about this big, and actually, pretty chunky, about this big around. So we added it to our salad last night. So that does mean I have another pocket open. Um, there's a sprout there, but it's not looking very strong or healthy. So that is an opportunity for maybe to do another type of lettuce and see if I can keep the seeds in a state that will actually germinate. We'll have to see. And now we will get down to the very bottom. These are the few carrots that we put in to the Greenstalk that actually have done anything, which I'm happy that we have those, but I'm disappointed that it's only those two pockets. Our cilantro. There's that strawberry spinach. Very slow to grow. We've got our dill, and we've got these Kentucky Wonder pole beans. I have never grown pole beans before. Apparently, I was not aware entirely of their needs because there is a little runner thing. So this is going to be an interesting prospect. I'm wondering if I can put some string up these, and then again put another one up on this top level and kind of guide these runners up those strings. I might need to do, like maybe a few that come up kind of in a teepee sort of shape, and train them that way, and hopefully that'll give it enough support. Naively, not having ever grown these before, I was thinking, oh yeah, we've got these support things, that'll be perfect, that'll be fine. I did not understand, it's the vining nature of it, truly. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting for sure. Okay, well, that is the state of our green stock. I hope you found this interesting. If you have any questions, any suggestions, or feedback, we'll definitely see you in the comments. I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a fantastic evening. So take care of yourself. Bye-bye.